Hi everyone, welcome to NEET Biology channel.
Identify the bacteria group from the following description. They oxidize nitrites and use the energy released for ATP synthesis.
A. Cyanobacteria. B. Chemosynthetic autotrophs. C. Heterotrophic decomposers. D. Mycoplasma. Correct answer is B. Chemosynthetic autotrophs. Explanation: chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria derive energy from the oxidation of inorganic compounds such as nitrites and ammonia. This chemical energy is used for synthesizing ATP. Cyanobacteria, option A, are photoautotrophs, not chemosynthetic. Heterotrophic decomposers, option C, break down organic material rather than oxidizing inorganic substances. Mycoplasma, option D, are parasitic bacteria without cell walls and do not perform chemosynthesis. Thus, the correct match is chemosynthetic autotrophs. You observe a bacterium that forms thick-walled spores in harsh conditions. What reproductive strategy is this? A. Binary fission. B. Budding. C. Spore formation. D. Conjugation. Correct answer is C. Spore formation. Explanation: some bacteria, especially under adverse environmental conditions, form endospores, thick-walled, dormant structures that help them survive extreme heat, desiccation, or chemicals. Binary fission, option A, is their usual mode of reproduction under normal conditions, not a stress response. Budding, option B, is more typical in yeast. Conjugation, option D, is a form of horizontal gene transfer, not a survival strategy. Hence, the formation of thick-walled spores indicates spore formation. Match the bacterial type to its function. Methanogen? A. Nitrogen fixation. B. Methane production. C. Pathogen in humans. D. Antibiotic production. Correct answer is B. Methane production. Explanation: Methanogens are a group of archaebacteria that produce methane as a byproduct of anaerobic respiration, especially in the guts of ruminants. They do not fix nitrogen, option A, are generally not pathogenic to humans, option C, and do not produce antibiotics, option D, which is a trait more associated with actinomycetes. Thus, methane production is the defining feature of methanogens. Which of these organisms would most likely survive in a hot, acidic spring? A. Eubacteria. B. Mycoplasma. C. Thermoacidophiles. D. Cyanobacteria. Correct answer is C. Thermoacidophiles. Explanation: Thermoacidophiles are extremophilic archaebacteria that thrive in both high temperature and acidic environments such as hot springs. Eubacteria, option A, generally prefer moderate conditions. Mycoplasma, option B, are sensitive bacteria lacking cell walls and do not tolerate extreme conditions. Cyanobacteria, option D, prefer aquatic or moist environments and are not adapted to heat and acidity. Thus, the correct choice is Thermoacidophiles. A bacterium is observed with a flagellum, rigid cell wall, and no nucleus. What is the correct classification? A. Fungi. B. Archaea. C. Eubacteria. D. Protozoa. Correct answer is C. Eubacteria. Explanation: Eubacteria are prokaryotic organisms characterized by the presence of a rigid cell wall, motility via flagella, and the absence of a membrane-bound nucleus. Fungi, option A, are eukaryotic, containing nuclei. Archaea, option B, also lack a nucleus but differ in cell wall composition and structure. Protozoa, option D, are single-celled eukaryotes with true nuclei and without cell walls. Therefore, these features point directly to Eubacteria. Which feature would help you distinguish Mycoplasma from all other bacteria? A. Ability to fix nitrogen. B. Complete absence of a cell wall. C. Spiral shape. D. Motility via flagella. Correct answer is B. Complete absence of a cell wall. Explanation: Mycoplasma are the only known bacteria that entirely lack a cell wall, making them resistant to antibiotics like penicillin and uniquely flexible. Nitrogen fixation, option A, is not performed by Mycoplasma but by Cyanobacteria and some soil bacteria. Spiral shape, option C, can be found in spirilla, not unique to Mycoplasma. Flagellar motility, option D, is common in many bacterial groups, so it is not distinguishing. The absence of a cell wall is the key defining trait. Which bacterial group forms gelatinous colonies and fixes nitrogen in heterocysts? A. Thermoacidophiles. B. Vibrio. C. Cyanobacteria. D. Mycoplasma. Correct answer is C. Cyanobacteria. Explanation: Cyanobacteria are photosynthetic prokaryotes that often live in colonies surrounded by gelatinous sheaths. Some filamentous types like Anabina form heterocysts, specialized thick-walled cells where nitrogen fixation occurs. Thermoacidophiles, option A, live in extreme environments but don't fix nitrogen. Vibrio, option B, are typically pathogenic and do not form such colonies. Mycoplasma, option D, lack cell walls and do not form colonies or fix nitrogen. Therefore, Cyanobacteria fit the entire description. A student finds bacteria in polluted water with green pigment and nitrogen-fixing ability. What is the best identification? A. Chemosynthetic bacteria. B. Cyanobacteria. C. Halophiles. D. Pathogenic Eubacteria. Correct answer is B. Cyanobacteria. Explanation: the green pigment indicates the presence of chlorophyll A, and the ability to fix nitrogen points to the presence of heterocysts, both hallmark traits of Cyanobacteria. Chemosynthetic bacteria, option A, do not possess photosynthetic pigments. Halophiles, option C, are adapted to high-salt environments, not polluted freshwater. Pathogenic Eubacteria, option D, are disease-causing and lack these features. Hence, Cyanobacteria is the accurate identification. Identify the bacterial shape described, comma-shaped and often associated with diseases like cholera. A. Spirillum. B. Bacillus. C. Coccus. D. Vibrio. Correct answer is D. Vibrio. Explanation: Vibrio is a genus of comma-shaped bacteria, with Vibrio cholerae being the causative agent of cholera. Spirillum, option A, refers to spiral-shaped bacteria, Bacillus, option B, to rod-shaped forms, and Coccus, option C, to spherical forms. None of these match the comma-shaped morphology or the specific disease association like Vibrio does. If a bacterium survives in both aerobic and anaerobic conditions and causes plant diseases, it is most likely A. a halophile, B. a pathogenic Mycoplasma, C. a photoautotroph, D. a spore-forming bacillus. Correct answer is B. a pathogenic Mycoplasma. Explanation: Mycoplasma are unique bacteria that lack a cell wall and can survive in both oxygen-rich and oxygen-poor conditions, facultative anaerobes. Certain species cause diseases in plants, such as little leaf of brinjal. Halophiles, option A, prefer high-salt habitats and are not plant pathogens. Photoautotrophs, option C, are not typically pathogenic. Spore-forming bacilli, option D, may be soil dwellers but are not the primary culprits in plant disease under these conditions. Thus, the best fit is pathogenic Mycoplasma.